As the fate of a people hangs in the balance, again I ask this question. Can one stone change the course of history?
Cam Broderick from Big Old Bell Media. Today we have Martyn Ford and Michael Iskander, who star in the newest Prime Video series, House of David, that premiered February 27th. Gentlemen, how you doing today?
Very well.
How are you?
Good, good, good. Glad to talk to you finally. Yeah, so I got to check out the series so far, and I am super, super excited for everyone at home to check this out as well. Both of y'all's performances gravitate and grab so much depth into these characters, and I think a lot of people are going to be really, really excited.
Thank you.
So just looking into these characters and trying to relate to the biblical story behind them, what were some of the challenges that you faced trying to I guess relate more to these characters, since there's only such a small amount of text behind them? We can start with you, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately there's so many challenges that come up with telling a story like this, and whether it's emotional or physical. I definitely had my fair share, but one of the things I wanted to make sure that I did with David was to make him human. And so one of the challenges I found was to trying to bring him down from this pedestal that he was on, and to just understand that he is a teenage boy and he's trying to figure himself out, and he's trying to find his place in the world,
Right.
And to take the biblical text, the biblical text of First Samuel, and understanding the context of Second Samuel, and then reading the Psalms as well, to truly understand the heart of David, and ultimately he's known as a man after God's own heart, and so God has a big part to play in this, and if not the main. So I'm just trying to find that in every scene, and just make it essential to the story.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. What about you, Martyn?
I think for myself, I think the challenge really lies in the creation of a character that's interesting and not not someone that you presume to do X, Y, and Z, and to try and create a human side to Goliath, to try and engage a connection with the audience. When you're talking about a character such as Goliath, who has such strong opinions already formed about him, to try and turn that character into a human of sorts and to try and connect with the audience is a challenge in itself. And I think that was something that was very strong in my decision making on options that were taken with that. And hopefully the process worked. Hopefully there's a connection to the audience, and the audience will understand the decision made. And although still not cheer for Goliath, maybe understand Goliath.
Yeah, no. I completely agree, because there's so much, like you said, the biblical text is just so short, and you really don't hear much about Goliath. So it's like, okay, bad guy, that's it. But there's so much more depth to him,
100%. And I think we know where Goliath's been pushed for in that sense, and we know how we should feel about him.
Right.
But I think it's really interesting to try and push boundaries and ask questions of the audience to maybe still have the same output and overall understanding, but have questions answered about how would they act, how would they have reacted, and is there, there's always an element of good in bad and bad in good, and to just try and understand the life of someone else, and to maybe show more empathy. I think that was important for myself.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. So I know you guys were probably on location shooting for several months at a time. A crazy extensive time out there. Martyn, I know you are an ex-professional cricket player. How much skill throwing a javelin comes from playing cricket out there?
Wow.
You know what? This is
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not just you that plays the
There you
sports.
go.
Right.
This guy can stay. Can you do 10 minutes? See, what you didn't know, and which no one really knows, is that I actually threw the javelin and shot when I was a lot younger.
Okay.
And that's where the power and the speed from being able to bowl came from. But you'd think it would help, and the crazy thing is, as I become older, and at the age of 42, it was actually it didn't help in the sense of my shoulder was so burnt out and so tired. but trying to move in that range of motion with extra muscle and age was actually so difficult and so hard. So there wasn't much muscle memory in that, unfortunately. It would have been nice if there was, but great question and incredible research.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And for you, Michael, I know you do play the piano as well as the guitar and you sing. Did you ever get a chance being on set to actually play the lyre or either really try to like throw a slingshot? It's difficult. I know. So I'm scared I'd hit myself in the face. So I don't know if you had experience with that at all.
You've done that.
Yeah, I tried to hit myself in the face. That was one thing that we really wanted to do, was to stay honest and true to the actual action, playing the lyre and slinging. And so all the slinging that you see in the show, it's me slinging. And
Okay, wow, yeah.
Yeah, and in high school I did shot put and discus, and so I found that translated very well into the sling. It was pretty much the same.
Tell me about your injury.
Yeah, I injured my shoulder slinging on the show.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh,
tore
wow.
my shoulder, and so I had to spend a few months off the movement, But
Oh man.
even with the lyre, I have a background in guitar. It's all YouTube tutorials. I'm not like
Okay,
an
gotcha.
amazing player, but I found that the lyre is a very easy instrument actually, and I bought a mini 10-string lyre from Amazon,
Mhm.
and I would like practice at home, and I would just make my own songs, send it to the production team, and there's quite a few moments in the show where it's actually me playing the lyre.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's gonna add even more depth to the character, and everybody at home is gonna be really excited to check it out for sure. So everybody at home, make sure you check out the newest Prime Video series, House of David, that premiered on February 27th. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much,
Thank
buddy.
you so much,
Take
man.
care. Have a good
Take
day.
care.
Bye-bye.